Now, in high definition, coverage you can count on. This is WTVM News Leader 9.
New toxicology reports released give insight into what was going on inside of a Georgia father accused of killing his toddler son in a hot SUV. Today on the News at Noon, we'll tell you what was found and why his wife now has her own attorney. A fire breaks out overnight in Phoenix City. We'll tell you what happened as officials fought the flames. And a chance how students will be enrolled in public schools in Alabama. Straight ahead, we'll tell you what prompted the new process. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for News Leader 9 at noon. I'm Cheryl Renee today.
I have sweat pouring down my forehead, my undershirt's soaking wet. I have sweat dripping down my legs, my socks soaking wet. I'm breathing heavy. It's discomfort, but there's no way that this can be healthy for a child.
That's Louisiana Officer David McLaughlin. The Thibodaux Police Department did an experiment where the officer locked himself in a car to demonstrate how hot it gets inside. McLaughlin sat in the car for 10 minutes, documenting just how bad it was to sit inside a car. At one point, he said the temperature inside was above 100 degrees. He made a plea to parents to not leave a child or pet inside their car for any reason. Things continue to shake up in a case against a Georgia father accused of leaving his son to die in a hot SUV. Investigators are still showing interest in the child's mother, and now she has her own defense attorney. Karen Cavanaugh is in Atlanta with the story.
We spotted Leanna Harris outside her Marietta condo.
Do you support your husband still? Just tell me that.
We have no comments for you.
She'd been out running errands. Leanna Harris has not in recent days apparently tried to visit her husband Ross at the Cobb County Jail. Even though she hasn't been charged with anything, Leanna Harris has hooked up with a defense attorney. Midtown lawyer Lawrence Zimmerman will be representing her. It's unclear if the two have even met yet. Zimmerman's not commenting. Law experts say hiring legal help is a good idea. In her husband's hearing last week, detectives lobbed a lot of suspicions her way, pointing out her strange actions and statements when she learned Ross had never dropped their son off at daycare and when the two later met at PD headquarters. But the defense got a bit of good news when police confirmed reports. Toxicology tests on 22-month-old Cooper revealed nothing unusual in his system.
It's showing nothing supports a theory of innocence.
Attorney Kim Fry says the findings may help Ross Harris's defense team, but only a little bit. It simply precludes a potential avenue of attack.
But I would expect that the other side or the state would say it supported something else. But clearly, this is an example of the child has nothing in his system other than what he's supposed to have.
The online payments that poured in for Ross Harris after he was charged are now being refunded. A PayPal spokeswoman says customers who donated to the campaign at youcaring.com will get their money back. More than $22,000 was donated to the fundraiser. A vacant home in Phoenix City goes up in flames. Now officials are working to find out how. The fire happened just before midnight on Price Road near US 280. As you can see, the house was fully engulfed in flames. The Ladonia Volunteer Fire Department responded to the fire. No injuries have been reported.
We see temperatures in the area, 84 here in Columbus, 81 in Auburn, 87 in Dothan. We started off our Friday morning with temperatures in the 70s, and we warmed up nicely under mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. We do see on Doppler 9 radar, we do have a couple of showers popping up across the area. We have Talbot County looking at a shower up into Tallapoosa. So we could see a few more showers this early afternoon, but going into the later afternoon, a little more showers we could pick up across the area and those cloudy skies as well. We'll call it partly cloudy for your afternoon with temperatures warming into the lower 90s for our high. Some hanging out in the upper 80s, of course. A breakdown of our WTVM weather at forecast shows those few clouds, some sunshine, the afternoon showers and thunderstorms, temperatures in the upper 80s. And coming up a little bit later in the show, a full check of that 7-day forecast.
Fort Benning has a new leader this afternoon. A change of command ceremony has put a new commanding general in charge. News Leader 9's Janine Donaldson was at the ceremony and joins us now with more details.
Good afternoon. Fort Benning held a change of command ceremony this morning to say goodbye to Major General H.R. McMaster and to welcome Major General Scott Miller. Just returning from overseas, General Miller says he's excited and honored to be back in Columbus and back at Fort Benning, where he started his career. During the ceremony, cannons were fired and there was plenty of music and precision by the soldiers. General Miller says in his new role, he'll continue with the key tasks and visions that General McMaster began.
We'll work leader development, and we'll think about the future and the future concepts that our nation requires from its Army and its maneuver force. And so I put those two right at the top, and again, I think General McMaster's done that. And then we'll spend a lot of time with soldiers and their families, and of course, we're going to stay connected to the community.
General McMaster, one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people, was selected for promotion and will soon become Lieutenant General. He has been reassigned to Fort Monroe, Virginia, where he will serve as the director of the Army Capabilities Integration Center Training and Doctrine Command. Now General Miller has commanded at every rank from captain to major and has done combat tours in Somalia, Afghanistan, and Iraq, as well as support operations in Bosnia and Latin America. For WTVM News Leader 9, I'm Janine Donaldson.
All right, thanks, Janine. New at noon, a change to the student enrollment process is going into effect for all Alabama public schools. State Superintendent Tommy Bice is urging school systems in the state to start using the process, which makes it unnecessary for a Social Security number or a birth certificate to be used for enrollment. This comes after the Southern Poverty Law Center complained 70% of Alabama's school systems violated federal prohibitions against denying or discouraging the enrollment of immigrant children. Also changing this coming school year in Alabama, free school lunch and breakfast is part of the community eligibility provision of the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act. A new state and federal program will reimburse schools where at least 40% of its students fall into the low-income category. This provision is that every student in a school will be offered meals at no charge, taking away the stigma that often comes with free or reduced lunches. Kids looking for their 5 minutes of fame could soon get the chance in a new TV pilot set to be filmed in the Columbus area. Early auditions were held at the YMCA on Warm Springs Road yesterday for the new lip-syncing game show. Another audition for the TV pilot will be tomorrow at the Gallery on Macon Road in Columbus from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Just bring your own music. It's time to step into the event zone. Do you enjoy the blues 60s style with a touch of rock? If so, this concert is for you. The band, the Georgia Flood, will be performing tonight at the Loft located on Broadway in Columbus. The concert begins at 9:30 and it's free. If you're fascinated with insects, you might want to attend Oxbow Meadows Insectival Festival. This is an educational event for the entire family. It's tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Oxbow Meadows Environmental Learning Center on South Lumpkin Road in Columbus. And the Springer Children's Theater is presenting the tale of the world's first website, Charlotte's Web. Performances run all weekend, including Sunday at 7:30 in the evening. You need to call 706-327-3688 for tickets. A man charged with executing almost an entire Texas family appears in court. We'll tell you what happened and hear from stunned family members. Plus, a baby thought to be cured of HIV is once again battling the virus. Hear from doctors about what changed.
And we're looking at temperatures in the 80s, dew points in the lower 70s. It definitely feels sticky outside. And I'll have that full forecast coming up after the break.